guys, Dorothy here with Done by Dorothy, and we are here today. I am actually working on, or we're getting ready to start out on the Bluebell and Daisies kit by Sherry at Studio 28E, and I will put in the link in the description box below this kit and how you can actually get this kit if you're interested in getting it. This is more of a TN style, a traveler's notebook by Traveler's Notebook. These pages are approximately 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, so they're 8 1/4 inch tall, and then they'll be about 4 1/8 wide. So I debated about whether doing a flat square journal, you know, like this, but I actually decided I would use these to do a TN with. So basically what I've done is I've cut the kit out, and there's tons of pieces of ephemera with this kit. So I've printed all of it out and I've cut it all out, and it comes in an 8 1/2 by 11 page, so it's sort of like this. I've cut the trim around this, but it comes with like elements across the bottom and then, you know, the page at the top. So I've trimmed these up, or I've just cut them out. They're not trimmed up to be even or anything. I'm going to do that when I do work with these pages, because and this is part of, if you watched my paper dye day that I did, these are part of the blue that I did, and I think they'll go along just great, especially with the whole Bluebell theme. I think the blue just, you know, goes along good. Now, this is, like I said, an 8 1/4 on 8 1/2 page. So you do have this extra bit up here left. I'm actually going to leave that there, so as I do mine will actually be 8 1/2 tall. I'm not going to deal with that extra 1/4 of an inch. That's just, I'm not going to fret about it. And then I'm going to cut these pages off at 8 1/2, all of my blue pages. And I actually used, I'll show you the pages I used. I used this page that has the boots, and I did go around and ink the outside, and then across the back I inked the outside edge, and then across just in various areas. Hopefully you can see that in the middle as the back. I'm not going to put a back on this. This is actually going to be the page, and then I'm going to decorate and layer on these pages too. Shows that page. The daisy and the butterfly, the daisy and the bluebells. This page I used. Make sure I put these over so I keep them in the order I want them in. And then I used this one that sort of has the labels across the top. The flower with the bees. And again, I did all these the same. There's one that's got some dark blue dots in it. That's sort of cute. The daisy and the bluebell page. That's a ledger page. This one that has the bicycles. Bicycle built for 2 on it. And the daisies across the top, and the music notes. The arboreta, and so the little tags. Used that page. I used the page that had the Northern Queen, the 2 ladies on it. And then I'm using this page that has the daisies up in the corners, and it's a ledger page. And so I'm going to use that. And again, where I hand cut these out, they're a little bit uneven. So I will square those up. These are actually at an 8 1/4, so these are the smallest at 8 1/4, so I will again, because of the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to trim Actually, you know what? I'm not going to. If all these are less than the 8.5, and I'm going to leave these, and just if they're different sizes, then height-wise, that's just going to add for a different style page. So we do need to cut these off, though, at 8.5. So let me grab my big cutter. Okay. And I'm not going to do all these at once. I'm going to cut this in half. And again, I'm going to be cutting these at 8.5. Sorry about that. I was trying to hold the handle up with my mouth. Okay, I'm going to cut these off at 8.5. Should be nice and even. And again at 8.5. Should get them lined up there. Okay. And then that's going to leave these little edges, and we're going to use these for ephemera, so we're not going to have any waste there. Or we're going to do a little scrappy notebook, some different little things that we can put in it. So these are our pages. Our inner pages. Now, because these are dyed and the blue goes all the way through, you have an option. You can do one of two things. You can keep these pages just the way they are without inking up the edges. Or, let me grab one of these and show you what it's going to look like if you ink the edges up. And this, when I inked these, I used the Tim Holtz Distress Oxide, the Oxide in Vintage Photo, but feel free to use Vintage Photo if you like. That's just what I grabbed to use. And yes, I've got my rectangle blender out today for what I have no idea why. It just happened to be the one that I grabbed, I guess. I did change out my sponges on all of them because they were getting just wore out, and this one's not doing too much better. This isn't the foam, it's the little felt alcohol ink ones, and I need to really get some of the foam because I like the foam a lot better. Which is probably why I should be using my round ones. Okay, so if you ink it up, that's about what you're going to get around the outside edges. So I'm actually going to ink mine up. I'm not going to, well, I guess I could, but I'm not going to ink them up today. I'm going to do them off camera. I will do one just to show you. I don't do anything spectacular. I literally just run around the edges. That's what I do, and I don't worry about, you know, having a massive amount. I just ink up around the outside edges, and that will give it that will pull with adding the brown around the bottom. That's sort of going to pull in some of the browns and things off the other pages. So that's why I chose to go with the brown. So ink these up around the edges, which I know this is tedious, but I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys how I was going to cut them. Okay, so there's that page. Let me go over here. I think I need to, it's time to add my re-inker. I think I've used quite a bit of it. And again, I'm just sort of running around the outside edges. It doesn't even have to be inked everywhere. It's just to give it that look. So I'm just going to ink around the edges. And like I said, this will be a tan style one. I know a lot of people don't like doing the 30-day tutorials. So this one, this little craft along with me is going to be sort of not as long. It's not going to obviously a 30-day long one, but that way for those people who don't want to do the everyday one. And this kit is absolutely gorgeous. Sherry did a great job with it. Check out her Etsy store. Again, I'll put a link in the description box. It's Studio 28E. She also has the Studio 28E Facebook group. And I will link both of those in the description box below. She's a sweet, they're all sweet over there. Super, super nice. Super, super great. Tons of fun. They do swaps and all kinds of stuff, so it's definitely worth checking out. And below I'll also put links to my Facebook group and all of that wonderful stuff. But yeah, so I thought we would do this. People are missing spring. I know I am. Ready for spring to be here. Ready to outside garden time and all this other wonderful times. Okay. And again, this is just, it doesn't take a long time. It's just sort of tedious to do around the outside edges. And again, if you don't want to, it's one really neat thing with dyeing your paper is it doesn't get that, you don't get that white core of your paper if you dye it all the way through. Sometimes if you're doing like alcohol ink or like a quick method dyeing, sometimes you will get white still through the middle if it doesn't penetrate the paper. But I actually dipped these in water and then baked them in my oven. So, and we have lots of other blue things that we've dyed to go along with this. So, lots of blues and yellows, because there's a lot of yellow in the paper with the daisies, but I really like the bluebell part. This blue is funny because it's where it permeated the paper. And for whatever reason, that blue stuck, even though I stirred the water and everything. I don't know if there was just like a little bit on the very bottom that didn't blend. But I sort of like it. It just sort of adds a little bit of different to it. So you don't, every page isn't the same. And so yeah, I oven dyed these, dipped them in dried them in the oven, and then I just stacked them under a huge pile of books to sort of flatten them out some. I have not ironed these. I sort of wanted that more know, the more, you know, sort of decorative edges where it's all, you know, where it bounces around, where it went through the dyeing and oven drying process. I think it adds a little bit more. And you could, I mean, you know, like I said, you don't have to dye these, or ink the edges if you don't want to. But if you are inking it, you can ink up into the page. I'm not going to, because I have things I'm going to be putting on pages and that kind of thing. So I may go through and stencil some later on. My little felt thingies getting gooby. I've been doing too much inking with it. So yeah, and this just adds a little bit of age to the edges. Of course, we love, I love Tim Holtz Distress ink. Anything Tim Holtz, actually. He's almost a hero in the craft world. He does so many really neat things. Definitely worth looking up to. Aspiring to do. I like him. Well, we're getting close. The page is done. Okay, last page, guys. I know you guys are probably ready for that too, aren't you? Let me exercise my hands a little bit. It's one thing with the round ones. The round sponges I don't find, you know, irritate my hands as much, maybe, as the square does. But I'm using the felt, so it makes it worse because you have to do it a little bit harder. Although I am going to try something. I have an idea. I'll have to see if it is. It'll be another DIY. But I've did a lot with my hands in the last couple days. I dyed all my paper and stuff yesterday, and ended up with all my index cards and guest receipts and tags, and I had 3x5s and 4x6 index cards and 300 sheets of paper in different colors that I inked or dyed. So it was a long day, so my hands are probably just, that was a lot yesterday. Okay, so let's do this. I have to figure out which one I want to go on the outside. I actually think I might like the one with these. No, I want this one. So this is gonna be my outside. So I have it and a blue sheet. And I'm just sort of stacking these. I'm trying to put ledger or lined papers in between, like my pictorial type pages. Okay. And then again, when I get ready to, when I fold these, I'll fold them all in half. So when I go to bind them, they'll straighten out more. And then, so this will be the outside. Well, okay, the outside of this signature, not the cover, but the outside of this signature. And then on the end, very inside in the middle, since we have the white, I'm going to put a doily, that side up. So put a doily there. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so, this is where we'll stop today. Tomorrow we'll fold and we'll do our binding. Actually we'll fold them. And then we'll start decorating. We'll do our binding last because I do want to do some sewing around some things in here. I think they'd be really cute. Well, we'll probably sew our, well, I don't know, we'll see when we get there. I may go ahead, we may go ahead and bind. Or we'll add any extra pages tomorrow, some envelopes, you know, so we have some pockets, all that wonderful things, some really cool little tucks and all that kind of thing. And then we'll do the sewing, we'll do last. That way we can make sure we can, you know, get everything in. Because technically, like through here, you could do one belly band across. And then if it's connected in the middle, you actually have two belly bands on each side that you can tuck things in. So, I mean, we're going to do some different things like that. So, we will be back tomorrow to finish up our Bluebell and Daisy journal. All this one's going to basically be about Bluebells. So, again, Sherry, thanks, you know, for the kit. This is a design team project, but we're actually doing it as a tutorial. So, I hope everybody enjoys it, and we'll see you back here at 7 o'clock again tomorrow night for step 2 of our journal, and that's about what it's going to be like. So it's going to be really cute, something really nice and small you can throw in your purse or whatever. So you guys have a great day. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.